Last.
These are. Ask Mr. Garrett.
It's like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, 6 o'clock.
I will tell you by the bell.
Saved by the bell.
Let's start the meeting.
Very good, thank you. I'd like to call tonight's school board meeting to order. Welcome, everybody. And we ask if we all would rise for the pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence, please.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Good morning for roll call, please.
Mrs. Bucci, here. Mrs. Walker, here. Mrs. Garrett, here. Mr. Linder.
Here.
Dr. Tyson is Mr. Benson,
Here.
Mr. Gerhart,
Here.
Mr. Bushy,
Here.
Mr. Claire.
Here.
8 members present.
Thank you. All right, I'd like to inform everybody that the meeting is streamed publicly and is also being streamed virtually. I'd like to let everybody know that tonight we had an executive session to discuss personnel. I will need ask for a motion for the agenda tonight.
I'll make a motion.
Second. Okay, any question? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And I'll need a motion for approval of the minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
We'll take a chat.
oh,
Michelle.
I'm sorry, Michelle. Any questions on the minutes? If not, are they approved? All say aye.
Aye.
All right, now I guess we have the fun time. Go ahead, Doctor.
Okay, we have our learners of the month this month. And we didn't get to have this over the summer, so it's always exciting to have it now. So Barron Elementary up first, Nico Rhodes, grade 4, Mrs. Hauk, going up.
All right. Good evening, and thank you to our esteemed school board, administration, faculty, and community members for joining us today. It is my great pleasure to present Barron Elementary's Learner of the Month for September, Nico Rhodes. Nico is a dedicated 4th grader in Mrs. Gaiman's class. My name is Mrs. Hauk, and I have the privilege of facilitating STEM education at Barron. Alongside my fellow specialists, Mrs. Gasu, Mrs. Brackbill, Mrs. Hahn, and Mrs. Kellyon, we collaborated to identify a 4th grader who truly embodies the spirit of this recognition. It is a rare and special occasion when we unanimously agree on the same learner, and this month, that learner is Nico Rhodes. I have had the honor of working with Nico since his kindergarten year. A unique advantage of being a specialist, as it allows us to build meaningful relationships with our learners from their very first day of school and watch them grow throughout their elementary career. I'm going to pass around some photos to the board because anybody who knows me, I love to take pictures of my little STEM assist in action. So I have some from Nico when he was in kindergarten all the way up to 4th grade for you to take a look at. You can pass around. And one thing you'll notice is that Nico's appearance has evolved a little bit since kindergarten to fourth grade. Wouldn't you agree, Nico? Yeah, just a little bit. But many of his admirable qualities have remained consistent. From the beginning, Nico has demonstrated a strong work ethic, perseverance, creativity, and innovation. He approaches every task with determination, collaborates effectively with his peers, and consistently ensures that everyone feels included. Now, I've just shared several adjectives that describe Nico, but equally important are the words his classmates used to characterize him. Learners from Mrs. Gaiman's class contributed adjectives on this letter, which Nico will have the honor of taking home as a keepsake this evening. Some of the adjectives include motivated, strong, loving, respectful, bold, fun-loving. And these were not prompted, and I'll be happy to report that all of them knew what an adjective was. So that was perfect. We didn't have to do a mini lesson or anything like that. So for these reasons and many more, Nico exemplifies the qualities we celebrate with the Learner of the Month award. Please join me in congratulating Nico and his family on this well-deserved recognition.
Okay, next up, Doe Run Elementary, William Vanderplate, grade 4, Mr. Fink.
I need to make sure that I don't follow Mrs. Howard. Oh, sorry, William. Thank you for letting me come and present today. My name is Steve Fink. I've been here for 30 years and I'm very special student of mine, William Vanderplate. I'd like to introduce the Learner of the Month. The specialist team from Doe Run got together and we kind of came up with who would be the best person for courage for our topic this month and who exemplifies all that. And unanimously, William was picked. So here are a couple comments from the different people, the different specialists. Several specialists commented on how he's focused and responsible. He is a role model that does so in a quiet voice. Mrs. Dings is phys ed teacher. William has a great sense of humor, positive attitude. He works hard and is kind to others. He always gives his best effort and is a great role model. Mr. Hope, the music teacher. William is one of the most respectful kids I have ever had the pleasure of teaching. He can be counted on as a role model and likes to volunteer on a regular basis. William helps his peers, stays on task, and gets involved in music class. I sincerely wish him the best in the future. Ms. Johns, the librarian. William shows the utmost respect, effort, and kindness daily while interacting with adults, fellow learners in the library. There is no doubt that William is going to go do great things. Ms. Diener, his classroom teacher, said he is a leader in the classroom and a great example to his peers. There are many moments in my teaching career when I am reminded why I love my profession. I'm lucky to have the pleasure to be reminded each week when William stays after school for a circus club that I run. Whether William is in the gym during physical education class, out at recess, or in an after-school club, he displays the same positive, hardworking, responsible attitude. I don't have the letter N, but if you want to see William in action at the farm show parade in 2 weeks, he's going to be riding a 5-foot unicycle. So for courage and
It's great.
all those determination, perseverance, that's William. So it is a pleasure to work with such a cooperative and courageous young man. Congratulations, William. You are truly the Learner of the Month.
All right, and from our middle school, Peter Shirk, grade 8, Mr. Moore.
All right, so I'm here presenting on behalf of Peter Shirk. Peter has distinguished himself as a bright, curious, and dedicated learner who approaches each day with enthusiasm. He's the kind of student who makes the classroom brighter just by being in it. Always ready to dive into new ideas, even tough ones, he doesn't shy away from the challenges of setbacks. What stands out the most, though, is how he brings others along with him. Whether it's rallying classmates around a project or offering a kind word with his trademark smile, Peter lifts up the people around him. His generosity, enthusiasm, and genuine love of learning make him a wonderful example of what it means to be Learner of the Month. Thank you, Peter.
Okay, next up at our high school, Emily Smith, grade 12, presented by Dr. Weitzel. Give me a pass the applause on to Emily when we see her.
Okay.
Okay. Unfortunately, Mrs. Ham was going to present Emily, but her daughter's in tennis, and so the bus didn't get back in time for her to get here, so you're stuck with me. But for the month of September, the high school math department has selected Emily Smith. For anyone unfamiliar with Emily, she appears to be quiet, shy, and reserved, but this is not entirely true. Mrs. Hammond had the luck of having Emily scheduled into her pre-calc class. She did not disappoint. She's a kind student that places value in her learning, holds herself accountable, and works hard to meet the expectations of her teachers and herself. Perhaps her hardest critic, Emily is not satisfied with just okay. She proves herself day in and day out, lesson after lesson, unit after unit, and she is willing to work hard to achieve her goals. Mrs. Hammond is so proud of her for what she's accomplishment and her willingness to step into the faces of challenge. So Emily is a great person, great student, and this month's high school student of the month. So congratulations, Emily. Then once again, we have a CTC Learner of the Month that Dr. Weitzel is going to share. Yes. Continuing our theme from last year, just continue to send outstanding students to CTC. We have Caitlin O'Byrne. So she's recommended as the Mannheim Lions Club September Student of the Month. She's a member of the agricultural CAD program and was recommended by our instructor, Mr. Eckenrode, because of her pleasant attitude, excellent work ethic, and desire to complete assignments early on and on time. She also credits her attendance at the Brownstown campus to Ms. McCulley. When she was assistant principal at the high school, she recognized the great traits that Caitlin has and her abilities in math and design. So Mrs. McCulley helped her realize that architectural CAD program would be a great choice for her senior year and possibly for her futures going forward. Caitlin is currently employed at Hershey Entertainment. She works hard taking care of the guests at several of the venues connected to Hershey Park. So congratulations to Caitlin.
Okay. How many of you would like to stay for the whole meeting? How many would like to go home? You're excused. Thank you, and again, congratulations. We have one that's not gonna make it to.
Yeah.
All right. Tonight, on the visitors or public comment, there are nobody who signed up. So we're going to go into personnel and ask for a motion for 7A.
I'll make a motion.
Second. All right, the only thing before we vote, he's not here, is he?
No.
Okay. We had a situation that we needed an interim assistant principal, Dr. Mark Reinhardt, who has done just about everything for us. He was the assistant principal for about 1 week. So we thank Mark, and all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? I think we can take 7B through J. B through J.
I'll make one. I'll second.
Any questions? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Superintendent's reports.
All right, thank you, Mr. Claire. So before I get into the workforce 2030, I did want to thank the community, the staff, Barb Spees and Grable's especially for the first ever 2-hour delay PD day that we held last week. less than 1%, significantly less than 1% of our families either didn't quite understand or didn't quite get the memo. But across the board, we didn't have issues with transportation. We didn't have issues with getting the word out. So we want to thank the community for that because we knew it was an adjustment and something a little different. So thanks to them for that. Workforce 2030 was a workshop I took part in last week at the IU. And what that was, I just wanted to share because it was one of the better workshops I've been at. It was a collection of school officials and business leaders in Lancaster County. And it was communication about how we can share resources to give kids more opportunities for careers moving forward. And it was really a great open dialogue and really well run. I got to meet people in the industries that I've never talked to before. And there were, again, a lot of school officials there. So it was a really great day. And on top of that, tomorrow, Dr. Nemeth, Dr. Flannery, and I are going to the Moonshot Consortium. That's the grant that we got last year. We're working with York County and Lancaster County superintendents. It's a smaller group. Again, to look at the workforce and look at ways that we can project out for all of our kids, not just Manheim Central kids, but resources for all kids. So I'm really excited about some of those initiatives because I think people are catching on that we have great kids here that can work in our county and be productive for a long, long time. And it just seems like we're starting to pull the lid off of that. And I'm super excited about all those initiatives. So I'll make sure to keep everyone informed on that. Another thing I wanted to share, as far as initiatives are concerned, we now have an Instagram account here at Manheim Central. It goes through the district office. It's another way to reach out. We know that some of our younger people don't necessarily follow Facebook. So we want to get our information out to even more people. So that's really exciting. So stay tuned. I don't know if you've seen, Ms. Geisinger has been putting out Throwback Thursdays and some additional posts just to share with the community all the neat things that we're doing, also tying to our history. And also I wanted to share that Dr. Flannery and I have seen almost all of our new teachers, first and second year teachers, in action in the classroom, and really encouraged by the people that we have in front of our kids, and really encouraged by just the process that Ms. Miller and the administrative team have set up to do hiring. Because the way we do it, we get first shot at a lot of really quality candidates. So I'm really thankful for that. It's been really neat to see. So all that being said, now turning it over to Mrs. Martin for the UGI rates.
Okay, so our UGI current contract expires June 30 of 26. At the current moment, we are paying $4.913. These new rates, as you can see, and they're a little different than what you had on your agenda over the weekend because they had to give me the current rates as of today, but they only changed by like 1/10 of a percentage point. But as you can see, they're significantly lower than what we're currently paying, and also what they quoted when Brian and Alexis met with them in the spring. They had quoted us rates over $5, and then they decided to hold off on it, which was a great thing that we did. But according to our Constellation representative that I met with, if now is the best time to lock in these rates, because as soon as it gets cold, they will creep up again. As you can see, he quoted us rates for up to 4 years, and he is recommending that we do a 4-year contract. Now I know that that's a long time. So if we want to commit to a 2-year contract, it's still, as you can see, we're still getting the good rates, but I believe the way the industry is going, it would be in the district's benefit to lock in for 4 years for these rates. So later on the agenda, you will have that approval. There's no contract yet because I just locked in the rates and then we get the official contract. I wanted to answer any questions before we got to that.
I'd recommend the 48. The downside benefit doesn't outweigh the upside risk on the other side because it's at like $3.50 for them to break even. So there's not a whole lot of room. We're going to go down compared to what it could go up.
Okay,
So that'll be under general action, and we'll talk about at that time the 4-year commitment. All right, distribution of policies. Dr. Flannery sent that out last week. 102, 105, 209.2 for first read. So just for everyone's radar. And I will get right into the assistant superintendent's report. Run, hide, fight training. This is just for the public to know, and this will be going out to all the families in the community as far as an initiative that is a safety initiative. Staff and students will be practicing this safety drill in October. While we have practiced the stages of the drill in the past, this year we'll be practicing the drill in combination with our pause, think, assess, and act initiative. We'll be practicing going to rally points and procedures for secure lockdown grades 3 through 12. We will also be discussing fighting if there is no other choice. So the advice is not to be going over that with pre-K through 2, the run, hide, fight, like if you have to fight in a situation that you're trapped. So it's grades 3 through 12 that we'll be discussing those. We have planned this training with our safety officers and local law enforcement who have also been invited to attend our drills. So obviously, we're not going to give the definite date, but we are giving a heads up to the community that in October, we'll do run, hide, fight. We do drills all the time. This is just combining everything at one shot for all of the schools. So that if we ever did have to evacuate a building, the kids would know and the staff would know how to get there safely, as safely as possible. And then, our security officers and Dr. Flannery have been tremendous on that initiative. So we just wanted to let everybody know. Link crew update. So a little different tonight. Instead of me having the student presentation, Dr. Flannery wanted to present Link crew tonight. So Mr. Fulmer, come on down.
Good evening. So we have the privilege of sharing with you an exciting new program that we started at the high school this year called Link Crew. Link Crew is an extension of the middle school web program, which essentially is just to help transition students from elementary to middle, and then Link Crew is from middle to high school. So as we know that anytime we transition between those grade levels and from building to building, there can be a lot of apprehensions, a lot of fears, nervousness, things like this. And this is an amazing program that was started, web at the middle school, and then that we picked up here at the high school to really help address that, and with the goal of helping our incoming freshmen enter the high school already connected with some upperclassmen, feeling welcome, feeling like they know their way around, and just feeling like they're already part of our school community. And one of our link leaders is going to share more momentarily about that. So a couple amazing facts. This was our first year doing a large freshman orientation, and out of our freshman class of 230 students, we had 186 students showed up for this very first orientation, which we were really blown away with that turnout for being the first year. And we've had nothing but positive feedback from our district administration, our high school administration, our SROs. Many people have shared how this was the smoothest freshman transition, the smoothest start to a school year that they've seen in a very, very long time. So that's kudos to our link leaders. And I want to introduce here Liliana Strom, who is one of our 33 amazing link leaders. And Liliana in particular, I'm going to brag on you for a minute. She was the very first one to sign up for this program when we had announced this at the end of last school year to our juniors and seniors. She was the very first one to say, I want to be a part of that. So she's going to share with us now some of her experiences.
Okay, so hi everybody. My name is Liliana. I am a senior. So I chose to be a link leader because I wanted to help others feel more connected, but I also wanted to feel more connected. I think as upperclassmen, there is a huge divide between upperclassmen and underclassmen. So we have this huge new class coming in and you don't really know them, you don't know their names. So I think this was a huge opportunity just to get to know them a little better and kind of bridge that gap so that we have more of a high school community. I also think it was a really good opportunity for them to interact with one another. Since our groups were completely randomized, they were put with peers that they might not have interacted with before. And they might not have been in groups with their friends, so that was really good for them to get connected. And I can personally note that I had a lot of fun, and I hope that they did too. But the more that we talked, the more that I talked about myself, the more I asked them questions, the more that they got engaged and they felt comfortable. And by the time it was over, everybody was laughing. I would hope that they still talk now, because I think that everybody had a lot of fun. Overall, I think this new program is beneficial to us, our upcoming freshmen and our current freshmen, because it's bridging our community together as one, which I briefly touched on earlier. And I think as a senior who didn't have that sort of experience when I came into the high school, those changes can be really overwhelming. So if we're aiding them in their transition process and hopefully eliminating that sort of overwhelmingness, then they're going to perform better. But other than performance, they're also going to feel better. So thank you.
Any questions for either of the link leaders?
Had one more. Our one other link leader was not able to be here this evening, but he had provided a little blurb I wanted to share. So this was one of our other link leaders' experiences. He said, "My experience with Link Crew has felt like a full circle commitment. To be honest, the first day of training," and I should back up a minute, these leaders went through 2 days of some pretty rigorous trainings to learn the program, learn how to facilitate small group activities, how to facilitate conversations and team building activities, all with bigger purposes. So it was a lot of preparation that led up to our big orientation. So he said, "To be honest, the first day of training made me a little hesitant. It was full of a lot of unique games and timid interactions. As we progressed through the training, I truly started connecting better among my peers. On our first day with the incoming freshmen, I was overly loud and outgoing leader, exactly what the freshmen wanted to hear at 9 a.m. over the summer. One student in particular had his AirPods in. He was sprawled out in his seat and did not show any excitement in our first couple activities. Through the duration of our time together, he slowly started opening up with other freshmen. At the end of our small group session, we had a large team-oriented game to finish. My group was a bit stumped, and nevertheless, he started taking the lead. He offered helpful insight, advised his peers in a pleasant manner, and in the end, played a pertinent role in their success. It was rewarding to see him and his peers connect like I did during my own training experience. Link Crew may seem intimidating at first, but I can attest that it truly ignites conversation and connection among our students." So that's from our other link leader. And this is just a program. This is year one, and we are excited to continue to grow and build this for future years. Thank you.
That concludes mine and Dr. Flannery's report.
All right, thank you very much. We'll go into the treasurer's report. Mrs. Martin.
I guess we'll see this statements for August and our monthly invoices for August. At this point in the fiscal year, everything's proceeding as normal, as scheduled. There's been no surprises so far financially.
I'll make a motion to approve A and B.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve both A and B. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. Business ops, Mr. Linder.
Nothing to report at this time, except our next meeting will be held in here on October the 6th at 4 p.m.
Okay, thank you. Academic, Mrs. Walker.
Yes, our next meeting will be on Monday, this coming Monday, the 29th, at 4 o'clock here in the district office.
Hey. Okay, we have, lost one. Activities Committee, Mr. Sensnick.
And nothing else to report except the meeting October 6th at 5 p.m. here in the district office.
All right. The general action items. Take 12A through G.
I think you want to leave G separate just so that we can decide on
Yeah,
it.
right. I'm sorry, you're right.
Through F.
A through F.
I'll make a motion.
That's a second. Any questions? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, then let's look at, E,
G's at the bottom.
G is the approval of the renewal contracts.
There you go. That's the
That's right. There it is.
Yeah.
I looked at the one down below and that says renewal contracts. Okay. Let's talk about G, the approval of gas renewal pricing for the 2026 through 2030 school year. Let's talk about what Mrs. Martin talked about. Anybody else have anything to say on that?
I'd just make a motion for us to do it for the 48 months.
Okay,
Second.
second, do we have any questions? I think going to 4 years is very good. So all in favor? Aye. 12H through M.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
Second.
thank you. Any questions? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Into the board representative reports. Mrs. Beachy, Lancaster, Lebanon, IU 13.
Yes, we had our last meeting on September 10th, and one of the things that has always been a struggle recently or for a while is just the lack of the need for teachers in Paris. So they have 10 classes that they would love to open, but they have to try to get more teachers in Paris. So they're trying to find ways to incentivize more people to join I-13 to fill those needs. So our next meeting will also be on October 8th.
All right, very good. Thank you. CTC report. Gerhard.
Yeah, thank you. I'm saddened that I couldn't get pictures and present them because they didn't all sign their media release forms. I didn't know that they have to sign a form to get a picture, and I'm not going to interview them without the picture. So I'll have that starting next month. They should be done next week. So I'll be excited to do that. And I'm showing 12 for students. It might be changed. It changes all the time, but 12 at Brownstown, 12 at Mount Joy, and 29 at Mount Joy and 12 at Willow Street. So we have a meeting this Thursday, so that'll be a good CTC. And then we have our expansion meeting. We're trying to work on a committee expanding the CTC to take in kids on the wait list. So that's Ryan's on that. And that meeting's, I think, October 1st.
Yeah, it's at the
Willow Street, I
Willow
believe.
Street campus. Yep.
Or you can zoom in on it, and that's during the day. So I got a lot to look forward to. So that's it.
All right, we even hesitate this next one. PSBA, legislative report, Mrs. Gingrich.
Well, we know how hard our legislature is working to pass our budget, so there's not a lot of other things going on. One thing that my attention that Senate Bill 65 just got voted out of the Senate. That specifically is about enhancing the safe transportation of school children. What it does is it extends the stopping distance required from 10 to 15 feet when the arm's down, when that stop arm's down and the red lights are flashing. And it also does a tiered penalty system for people who are second and subsequent offenses. Since it's gone out of the Senate, now it heads to the House for consideration. That was pretty much the only legislation that I thought was pertinent to us. But you will see on the agenda that we do have a slate of candidates that are running for the PSBA officers. None of these races are contested. If anyone has questions about them, we can talk about it. But other than that, we do need to vote this evening, so I will turn it over to Mrs. Martin to record our vote at this.
And either we can choose the candidates they offer.
I'll make a motion. We approve the candidates that are offered.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Right, do that.
Question, did we hear any more about the budget? I mean, when is their next vote?
No, they're still talking. Everything I read keeps saying they're close, but I haven't heard any details, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be in session again this week sometime, but, there's-
And we're okay with, some schools are needing it a little worse than other schools. We're okay.
Our tax dollars have come in, and we are doing well for cash flow issues.
You know, we, years ago, if budget wasn't passed, they didn't get paid either. So then they changed that so they get paid. I get an idea. I think I'd like to see every school in the state of Pennsylvania closed down. Closed down for one day. I know you, look at it, he's getting all red. And let's see how quick they pass that budget. Think about that.
Anyways, that concludes my report.
Thank you. Sorry, but Lancaster County Academy. Next Wednesday, we will be opening the Park City East campus. It'll be downstairs. It was back in the corner, but you'll see we have nice signs up. We're gonna have some goodies. It'd be nice for anybody to want to just stop in. It's gonna be very informal. Just you get to see what we've done in a short amount of time, going from the changing both locations. And I tell you, the one at Park City is amazing, and did it very well when we took the equipment from two schools. But that's what you gotta do. Again, next Wednesday, Park City. And
This
5 o'clock,
This Wednesday.
this Wednesday. Did I say
This Wednesday, 5 to 6.
5 to 6.
If you go in the food court, if you know that, remember where that little playground is, it's past that. There's a hallway, there's a lot of signage now you'll see.
And I have an hour for playing on the playground.
There you
If
go.
anybody wants to play in the,
And Dr. Weitzel, last week, Manheim Central, 96% attendance at LCA. So that's
96%.
that's impressive.
It's an impressive operation.
Our school, 96%?
Yeah, our kids that go to LCA.
LCA.
96% last week. Which is really good for a high school age.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, informational, do we all have the enrollment report? Upcoming school board meeting will be on October 27th. Here at the district office at 6 p.m. Board comments?
I just want to say, I really like what Link Crew is doing. It seems like it's going to be very beneficial.
Yeah, that was really,
I agree. I was gonna say the same thing. Like, it's awesome that all the students are willing to volunteer to do that, and just looking back on my coming to ninth grade at Manheim Central, I wish they had that, because I was super shy, very timid, just walking through the hallways, kind of, and I've been neat to have that then.
I think they should, doesn't necessarily have to be every month, but keep us informed of what they're doing, because that just adds to the cultural culture. No other comments?
Oh, good.
All good? All right, let's adjourn.
Thanks, everybody.